San Diego, California, and Snapdragon Stadium. The season comes to a close, and both of these teams hoping to finish on a high note in the Holiday Bowl. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Washington State Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Miami's head coach told me before the game he is using the disappointment of this season really to motivate his team. As you know, they were in a college football national championship last year and fell just short. And this year has been a disappointment. But he's telling his team, we have to decide, can we be a program that is consistently good, consistently in the college football playoff? This season cannot define what type of program we are. We have an opportunity to change that perception here today. Guys?
All right, Holly. The Cougars offense will take the field first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a double.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this.
Makes a grab and room to run. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Makes the grab. Racing down the left side. He's at the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wazoo! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. Here are the guys we expect to be impact players in this one. On the run, it's Fletcher. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
They'll ride the hot hand. There's some room. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Canes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Running to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
The Canes will have it 1st and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. Might be changing the route. Mensah. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Clemens. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Powers through the defender.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown in the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Looking for space. It's Pringle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
The Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Making side adjustments here. Here's Mensah to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Handoff to the lone back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauls it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
Man, making a statement early in this football game. I'm open. Get it to me. He's already got 2 tutties on the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
And the point after is good. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll start on the ground with Lyle. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Throwing, Mensah. Quick completion on the out route. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Whew, that might have been a touchdown-saving tackle right there. Offensively, nice play call going with the toss to get that running back to the outside. I'm telling you, if he makes that guy miss, that might have been 6.
Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Here's Iraion Tv to throw. Gets open down the middle. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
You know, games have ebbs and flows to them, and good things happen and bad things happen, but everything is going this offense's way on this drive. This thing has been textbook. Really nice cadence by the play caller. He's mixing in different looks, keeping this defense on their heels. They have just matriculated the football down the field in control, and now they're in the red zone. This offensive drive has been really impressive.
And nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Might have a chance. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. No problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We've come to the end of the period, and Washington State is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Trying to move them on the counter. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throws for the tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Washington State will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Hauls it in at the 25. And the returner is stopped. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. On the move, it's Fletcher. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Mensah. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, I think this quarterback just needs to do a better job working through his progression. Looked to me like he was trying to force that into his guy who was covered on the play. There were other people over.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Looking for a push on 4th down. Could be an alley. Past the 20. Touchdown, Canes. Rolled his way into the end zone. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Somehow fits it into that traffic. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up and the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting us out.
And the returner will be knocked down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Looking for space, it's Fletcher. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They want to run it left here. Inside the 30. Hits the afterburners. Touchdown, Hurricane! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And that was some way to cap it off with a 42-yard touchdown jaunt. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Third down conversions, always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. The snap sets up to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. The give to the tailback. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's Mensah to throw. He's got it on the move. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger.
Winning the turnover battle is so important, and you got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on, be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Good timing on the quick out. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a couple mistakes already early in this football game, man. 2 fumbles by the QB. You've got to take care of the football. When you drop back, you start to feel pressure. 2 hands on the football. You can't continue to make mistakes like this. The defense capitalizes and recovers the fumble.
And the fumble recovery gives the ball to the offense with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Lyle. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match.
He's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miami! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Wants to bring it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Quick completion on the out.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Catch in the middle. It's Lofton. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They're going to run it to the right. Got enough for the 1st. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had 0 answers.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio update. Washington State has it teed up, and we're ready to go here in the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's got great speed. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Ollie, what's your story as we start this second half?
Miami's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, one of the big points of emphasis coming out of the locker room is to get the run game going. Their quarterback has struggled at times, had some turnovers, but he has got to trust the guys around him a little bit more. Look for them to feed the running back the rock here to start the third, get the run game going, and take some pressure off their QB.
Appreciate that, Holly.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Sends it back in motion. Look out, he's got room. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10.
Black 14.
Looking for room. It's Pringle. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. And the Canes are rolling down the field. Trying the left side. Finding some room. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! And the punishment has been extended. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Number 94, set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Off play action on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
To the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. You've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Got it. All by himself down the middle. The 20. Touchdown, Washington State. Once he got some room, it was over. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. This lead that they've been working with is dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Pringle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Yet another tremendous all-purpose back that the Canes use both running and receiving.
Man, showing you he can do it all. And listen, if I'm this offense, continue to find this guy, feed him, let him make big plays, let this Hurricane crowd go nuts.
Well, a big reason why they're up on the scoreboard is because of how successful this guy's been running the football. And in this position, at this time in the game, with the lead, you want to keep doing that. You want to ice the game. This guy's getting better as the game goes on, so keep handing him the football.
Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards. Make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Trying to do it on the ground. Fighting off the defender. Tried everything in his power to get that final yard, but they got him out of bounds and get the 4th down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Nice move there. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And that is just an attitude run. Running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
They'll run play action. And down he goes. The defense making a huge play, but there are penalty markers out. Let's sort it out. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Pulls it in, it's Clemens. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable 3rd and long situation.
Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
I think we've seen 2 plays back-to-back now with poor pass protection. Guys have to do a better job. You've got a golden chance here to put a touchdown on the board. 2 consecutive plays. They can't protect the QB.
Good right down the boulevard. That'll cut the lead to 13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive play.
Breaks into the open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. They'll try the left side. Maybe a crease. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. A senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that field guy? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Got a man. It's Vaughn. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. Could not make his way to the corner. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the front.
Completes it in the middle. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Canes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw it with a...
Looking for the end zone. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Hurricane! They'll line up to go for 2. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. He'll return it. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances.
Runs through a man, and he might have some space. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. Washington State lines up quickly.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Clemens. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That
makes a diving grab along the right sideline.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. 1st down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Throwing, Mensah. Here's the heat. Trying to bull his way in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Pater.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Absolutely nowhere to go as they stop him behind the line on 4th down. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Not quite so backed up after that play. He's out of bounds at the 12. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Leaves it with the back. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14. 3rd is short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. They'll try to power their way ahead. Maybe some room here. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Washington State going quickly.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Wazoo headed to the line with another 1st down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. It's caught. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He leaves it with his back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Swings it out to the flat. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on third down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Cougars!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Makes it past the marker. Finds a crease at the 20. He is in! Touchdown, Miami! He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And he punches it in the end zone, and man, oh man, has this running back been impressive. Just the amounts of licks he's taken and just kept moving forward. Like, they made no bones about it, Palmer. They were going to run the football, and they did. They gave it to him over and over again. The defense knew it was coming, and he still performed.
It's incredible. The head coach called him into his office earlier in the week, and he said, look, we are going to force-feed you the football. You have to carry this for us on our way to victory. And he was glad to accept that challenge. He did it today, David. He took a beating. He is going to need the ice tub. He's going to need cryotherapy. He's going to need a good stretch, and he needs some sleep. But, man, did he ever deliver for his offense and his team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Big tight end. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Now the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides to the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. The offense changing the play. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. The backups are...
Makes the catch, and he's free. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Sets up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense option. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
It has been quite a season. Thanks for going on the ride with us on EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. We'll see you next season.